welcome back to Danny Doing Things. So as many of you follow me know, I have an obsession with Lilly Pulitzer. I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through what I think are the top 10 best Lilly Pulitzer prints. Before we start, I do want to point out that this is all my opinion, and so if I left out your favorite print, I'm sorry. Be sure to let me know in the comments what your top 5 Lilly Pulitzer prints are. I would love to compare some notes. Also, some background on me, I became a really big Lilly Pulitzer stan in around 2014, so most of the prints I talk about are going to be ones that came out around that time or after. There are a couple that came out before that I've grown to love since I'm a part of the Lilly Pulitzer community, but a majority of the ones I love are from around 2014 and on. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I am part of that offbeat preppy girl community / Lilly Pulitzer community. I don't know, just follow me. Okay, let's get started. My number 10 best Lilly Pulitzer print is gonna have to be Lover's Coral. And I feel like this might be a little bit controversial because some people hate this print and other people love it. I really love it because of all the different colors. As you can see in the picture that I have on the screen, it is a perfect blend of pinks and blues and greens, some oranges in there, and there's just a lot of different colors that are combined seamlessly in this print. I think it's the best of Lilly, showing all of the ocean creatures. I think the name Lover's Coral is so cute, a great play on words. There is a dress I own on this that is one of my favorites, and I don't know, it had to be number 10. So number 9 is actually a fairly new print that came out this year. It is Lily's House. I know I'm not the only one who is obsessed with this print. I love the colors, the pink, the green, and the blue. Maybe that's my bias. I love when Lilly just blends those 3 colors together seamlessly. I like how it's really neon in a lot of the clothes. And as you can see in the print, it has that perfect nostalgic image of Lily's house, basically. So I think anyone who's a true Lilly Pulitzer stan, who loves Lilly, who loves this community, is going to love this print. And I think it's one of the prettiest ones they've come out with, not only this year, but probably in the past couple of years. That's my number 9. Number 8 is Follow the Sun. Oh my goodness. I wish I could get a hold of something in this print. I am honestly usually not a person who's into purples, but I love the way they do purple and yellow in this print. I love sunshine, and I know most Lilly lovers do too. This is definitely an older print, but it's very well known in the community. It is one that you will find on eBay every once in a while for lots of money, usually not in any of the bigger sizes. So it is kind of a hopeless folly that I'll ever get a hold of this print, but it is definitely my number 8, and I think it is a good representation of some of those older Lilly prints. It honestly kind of reminds me of Tangled, which is one of my favorite Disney princesses. I'm also in the Disney adult community, as well as the preppy girl, Lilly girl community. So yeah, hopefully one day I can get my hands on it. So next on the list, this one might be a little controversial that I'm putting it this low on my list, but I think obviously it's in the top 10, number 1, and number 2, I'll explain a little bit later why I placed it where I did. It'll make more sense as I go through the different prints. But number 7 is You Gotta Regatta. I love You Gotta Regatta. I love that they revamped it a couple years ago too and made it more neon. I love the original print. I have things both in the original print and the new print. As you can see from what I have on the screen, it is a really cool, very unique Lilly print. It definitely has that "this is Lilly Pulitzer" feel. I love the blues, the yellows, and the pink. It reminds me of the beach, it reminds me of vacation. I feel like I reach for that romper once a week during the summer, and it's just a classic, beautiful Lilly print. And I'm a sucker for a sailboat, what can I say? Number 6, Dark and Stormy. Now, I would honestly give my firstborn child to get something in the Dark and Stormy print. Okay, no, I wouldn't, but still, I would love to own something in this print. I love the deep blue colors, as you can see in the print on the screen. I love how it says Dark and Stormy in the print itself, but you really have to kind of look for it. The waves, everything about it. If you are a part of the Lilly Pulitzer community though, you know that this is one of the hardest prints to find. It is well loved by everyone, even those who aren't Lilly Pulitzer stans. And you cannot find it on eBay for less than like $500. If anybody knows of a place I can find it for cheaper, let me know, help a girl out. I think the reason everyone loves this print so much is it is so different, yet so Lilly at the same exact time. The print is just authentically Lilly, but at the same time, it uses a more deep, dark color palette than Lilly usually does. But I don't think they'll ever bring this back because it was a collaboration with, I think, a wine company. I'll flash the name on the screen if I can find it. So, alas, I don't think I will ever own anything Dark and Stormy, which is very sad. So the reason I don't have Dark and Stormy higher on this list is while it is very well beloved by Lilly Pulitzer fans, I think that it is definitely not that same bright, loud color palette that is essentially the essence of Lilly Pulitzer. And also, I'm kind of salty that I can't get my hands on it. Number 5. I don't think this will come as a shock to anybody, but first impressions in every colorway. I love yellow first impressions, blue first impressions, pink first impressions. This has to be the first in my top 5 because I feel like when most people think of Lilly Pulitzer, first impressions is probably the print that is first going to come to mind. I feel like this is the first Lilly Pulitzer print that ever really caught my eye and is what really popularized it. Really made it popular in the early 2010s. I think another thing that people really like about this print is how it is just entirely these flowers. There isn't really this background. It's just those flowers right out. You can see it in the pictures on the screen. But yeah, that's my number 5. Number 4. This is actually a newer print as well, Mermaid's Cove. Now, I don't want to get any hate in the comments because everyone has their favorite Mermaid Lilly print. And for me, Mermaid's Cove is definitely my favorite. I love too how they have a ton of bedding in it because they did the Pottery Barn collab. I love the mermaids. I love the colors. I also like that there's a lot of nuance in the print as well. Sometimes when you see Mermaid's Cove, it's more green centric. And then other times when you see it, it's more, I feel like, blue centric. I prefer more like the blue centric. I love the greens and pinks. I love the mermaids. I'm a sucker for a Lilly mermaid print. This one's just my favorite because I think it has the best blend of that pink, blue, and green, which I said I am very biased towards. I own quite a few pieces in this print and it is just my favorite out of all the mermaid prints, and I couldn't not put a mermaid print in the top 5. Now things are getting serious. Top 3. Number 3. One of my all-time favorite prints, I honestly almost made this number 1, is Let's Cha-Cha. I love Let's Cha-Cha. I think it is a little bit similar to Lover's Coral, but I think it just does the pattern better. I love the colors, the bright pinks. I own it in a million different things. I had a bedding of it in college. There's nothing I don't love about this print. I also think it's just very Lilly, very versatile. And again, I'm a sucker for a home collab. This is, I think they collabed with Garnet Hill, and I had the Let's Cha-Cha bedding, but I don't know what to say, guys. Like, look at the picture on the screen. It is chef's kiss. It is perfect. It is blue. It is green. It is pink. It's Lilly. Number 2. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about this one because when I was asking in the Lilly Pulitzer Facebook community and Reddit what prints people loved and which ones they didn't love so much, this one actually came up as someone's didn't love so much. So I'm a little nervous because it's like top 2 for me. I love it in every colorway. It's Tuscan Sun. I love Tuscan Sun. I love the indigo. I love navy. I love pop pink Tuscan Sun. Honestly, pop pink Tuscan Sun is my absolute favorite, and I have a dress in that print that I do not fit into, and I am just going to work, and one day, maybe. But I love this print. I love elephants. As you can see from the print on the screen, it's that timeless, like, elephant pattern. They've done it in a million colorways. I love Tuscan Sun. I also do think the reason some people don't like it is it can appear a little bit juvenile. However, I feel like depending on how you style it, it elevates it quite a bit. And at the same time, like, we're Lilly girls. We like bold prints, bold colors, and we love animals on our clothing. Therefore, I feel like Tuscan Sun, I gotta put it in my top 2. Actually, before we go to number 1, I wanna go through some honorable mentions that almost made my top 10, but I felt like they weren't quite well known enough in the Lilly Pulitzer community / weren't as high up there for me as the ones I've already listed. So honorable mention number 1 is the mint julep print. It honestly might have a different name. I feel like I'm biased because I love Kentucky and the Derby because I live here. So I like the mint julep print and I think it's perfect for Derby. Another honorable mention is lobster roll. It's that lobster print that's pink and blue. Love it. I have a dress in it. I'll put a picture up of me wearing it. I think it's a great print, really fun, happy, but not unique or well known enough to put in that top 10. And then my last honorable mention is mixtape. I think a lot of people love mixtape. If they could do a revamp of it or a re-release, I would definitely purchase items in it. However, I just don't think it's top 10 material. I love mixtape. I think it's super, super cute and would definitely buy it. But again, I don't think it's as standout characteristic of Lilly as some of the other ones I listed. Okay, time for number 1. My number 1 Lilly Pulitzer print is Red Right Return. Now, I hope this isn't controversial, but the reason I picked Red Right Return, because I feel like Red Right Return is one of those prints that is universally loved by everyone, Lilly lover or not Lilly lover. I did put it above You Got a Regatta because I feel like the color palette and the print is something that's more versatile. They did a re-release of it a couple years ago and I obviously bought like everything in it where they had more of a bright pink instead of a red. And I honestly love both colorways. I prefer the pink because I'm a pink girl, but I also have quite a few things in the original colorway as well. I love this print and I think it is very characteristic of Lilly and that classic, classy print. So I had to make it my number 1. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. Also, I want to thank everyone who's a part of the Lilly Pulitzer community on Facebook for helping me with this list and giving me some suggestions. I thought it was kind of funny because I asked for the best and worst Lilly Pulitzer prints, and some people would have some on their best list, and that would be the same print that was on other people's worst list. So it is definitely very relative and everybody loves different types of Lilly prints. Let me know down in the comments what your top 10 favorite Lilly prints are. Let me know if maybe I forgot one or two. I hope you enjoyed this and I would love all of your feedback to see how you feel about it because again, Lilly Pulitzer stand right here, so I would love to talk about it all day. If you like these types of videos, be sure to also let me know that in the comments. Be sure to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and sometimes on Thursday. Be sure to like this video and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!